Hi everyone, this is Bob Rasooli from Orange County, California. Let's review a challenging API 1169 exam question, one that focuses on technical judgment out in the field. This is the kind of scenario you can actually face during pipeline construction, so let's walk through it together. During mainline construction on a 36-inch crude line, the crew is lowering in a section of coated pipe. You observe that two adjacent pipe joints already in the ditch have minor dents from lifting clamps. The dents are smooth, shallow, and measure approximately 2% of the pipe diameter, with no evidence of coating holiday or metal gouge. The contractor insists they are well below rejection criteria and wants to continue lowering in. According to API 1169 technical requirements regarding mechanical damage, what is the best action for you to take? A. Allow lowering in to continue because dents less than 3% depth are considered minor and acceptable without further evaluation. B. Stop lowering in and require the operator to evaluate the dents for potential stress concentrations, coating damage, and required repair per operator specifications before burial. C. Have the contractor apply a field-applied coating patch over the dent and continue lowering in, since the coating is the primary integrity barrier. D. Allow lowering in to continue, but require a daily report entry noting that dents under 2% diameter were observed as they pose no structural concern. Allow lowering in to continue because dents less than 3% depth are considered minor and acceptable without further evaluation. This sounds confident, right? Less than 3% is okay, but here's the problem. API 1169 never gives you a magic number where dents suddenly become acceptable. There isn't a universal 3% rule, and relying on hearsay instead of the operator's specifications is exactly how integrity issues get buried, literally. Even a small dent can create a stress hotspot, and once that pipe goes in the ground, you've lost the chance to assess it. So option A gives you a false sense of security, and that's why it's not the right call. Stop lowering in and require the operator to evaluate the dents for potential stress concentrations, coating damage, and required repair per operator specifications before burial. So here's the thing with option B. When you spot dents during lowering in, even little ones, you don't just shrug and hope for the best. API 1169 actually tells us exactly what to do. If you look at Annex A, Table A93, it says the inspector has to watch the lifting operations and make sure no damage happens to the pipe or coating. And the moment you see damage, you're expected to step in before that pipe ever goes into the ground. That's why stopping the lowering in is the right move. You're not being picky, you're literally doing what the standard says. You let the operator take a proper look, evaluate the dents, make sure there's no hidden stress concentration, no coating issue, nothing that could turn into a long-term integrity problem. So option B isn't just the safest answer. It's the one that directly follows Table A93's guidance that damaged pipe must be dealt with before burial. That's exactly what a solid API 1169 inspector would do. Have the contractor apply a field-applied coating patch over the dent and continue lowering in since the coating is the primary integrity barrier. Option C basically says, hey, put some coating on it and let's move on. But coating is not magic paint. It doesn't fix dents, it doesn't correct wall deformation, and it absolutely doesn't eliminate stress concentrations. Coating protects against corrosion, not structural defects. Putting coating over a dent is like putting a Band-Aid on a broken bone. It hides the problem without fixing anything. So option C completely misses the point. Allow lowering in to continue, but require a daily report entry, noting that dents under 2% diameter were observed, as they pose no structural concern. Option D says, just document it. Reporting is great. We love reporting. But reporting alone does nothing to prevent a buried integrity issue. If you know there's mechanical damage and you let the crew bury the pipe anyway, you've failed your responsibility based on API 1169. Once it's backfilled, that dent isn't coming out, and neither is the regret. So no, noting it in the daily report is not enough. Final conclusion. So in the end, it comes down to this. If you see mechanical damage during lowering in, no matter how minor it looks, you don't bury it, you deal with it. API 1169 makes that clear. Your job is to protect the pipeline's long-term integrity, not just keep the construction moving. Option B is the only answer that does that.